So recently, this is an intuitive tale. I was at home and I just suddenly felt like going for a walk, but it was 9:30. I'm normally in bed by 9. So the whole time I was thinking, it's very odd that I want to go for a walk. This is, it's very unusual. And even as I was walking around, I was thinking, why am I here? Why am I doing this? It's very peculiar. It was a summer's evening, nice enough, but I didn't really feel, I wasn't sure why I was doing it. Anyway, I got round the corner and then I hit the playground near where I live and I heard noises. And when I looked over, I saw a couple and she was huddled over, and then there was this bloke like shouting, and I thought, oh, maybe they're all just a bit wrecked and they're friends and they're arguing with each other. I'm not going to get involved. But it felt a bit edgy and I wasn't feeling too comfortable, so I just kept my eye kind of kept out of eyesight, but I was just looking over. And then they started to go around the corner and I thought, you know what, I don't know that that's right, and I'm gonna just go round and walk around the corner because maybe that will just disperse, the tension, whatever. And as I started walking, I then started hearing screaming, and then I started running. And as I got round the corner, the large bloke was just sort of standing there, and I was just stood and I just looked at him while the couple was to the side. Now, I then subsequently found out that they didn't know him. They were walking along, and he then assaulted them. But the reason I tell this story is because what was interesting was as I arrived and I came around the corner, there was just this enormous sense of peace just descended all around that I could feel all around me and in the whole space. And it had nothing to do with me. I just felt like actually in that moment prior, there was something else coming through that I was receptive to and listened to. And even though I didn't know what it was, I went out and I followed the call. And actually it held that space. Now this guy just looked at me and I didn't say or do anything. He just then turned and went off, and I stayed with the couple just to try and help them, talk to them, help them process it a bit as they were phoning the police, and did a couple of other things. But that's an example of how that was a very unusual event that's never happened in my village before. And that sometimes we can just, it's these inclinations that we can just follow, even when we're thinking, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm gonna listen to this feeling that's nudging me out or in this certain direction, and just follow it through and see what arises. So sometimes it's very subtle and it's not clear, and yet there can be a quality of feeling that tells you, oh no, I was meant to be here, I was meant to help.